Hello to one or two comic book readers out there. Mike from Frontline here, and welcome to my comic review from DC Comics, Jonah Hex, issue number 30 of All-Star Western. And the question is, am I going to drop it or am I going to keep it? Well, let's determine that when I read into the comic book, because if I'm going to drop it, it'll be my second time. So, in this comic book, we get into last time where Gina died and he buried her. So we all know that Gina's death was for real, so that happened. So it starts off where it says the killers reunited, where he goes into the Old West, and at the Old West he actually meets up with this lady right here, who one time actually remembered him as Jonah Hex. And he's like saying, you know, you're not Jonah Hex, because Jonah Hex has the scar and everything, and we know that his face got fixed. But he's like saying, you know, you must be his brother or something, because I don't believe you're really Jonah Hex. And he's like saying, you know, come on, it's really me, remember such and such. And after that, they went to the bar to actually get some shots of whiskey to actually, you know, say what's going on with the story of what happened so far. The artwork's a little bit okay. Like, it's not that bad, not that good, it's okay. So there's this key that she mentions of what it opens, and until she mentions about it, the gang come in, and that's to be continued. So I'm looking at this, I'm like saying, wait a minute, like, that's it? That's a whole story? Like, I felt this to be short, and here's the reason why it's short. Because they put this new comic book of Madame .44 in this book as a bonus story, because they probably didn't have any more ideas to put in. And so I'm looking at this, and first of all, dialogue much? It was just a huge dialogue, and it was just so much to take in. Like, basically from what I got from the story is that the father had a business or something, and now there's people who are trying to save his business. Like, I really couldn't really get into it because it was just so much dialogue, and you know, like, just so much to take in. I mean, if you guys want to read this, it's up to you, but I hope they don't do what they did when I read All-Star Western like a year or so ago, where they put in vampires and stuff like that. I mean, it's not the reason why I dropped the book, it's because the story was dwindling then. But this Madame 44 is really just unnecessary, because at the end of the book, it says it's to be continued next month. So I was like saying, okay, so what I hope that what they don't do is that they put the story in all the All-Star Western books, because that either tells me they're either running out of story ideas, because, to be honest, like, the story was just, like, so short. It was like this much of the story compared to Madame .44, which was this much. So, like, I really don't think it was really necessary to put Madame .44 if it's going to be continued next month. But let's just hope that it won't affect, you know, the story of it being so short and everything. So maybe the story will pick up. But since the killers got reunited, to answer your question, yes, I am going to stay on board with this, but the stories are going to keep getting shorter with this Madame .44. Then I might have to drop it again. But I'm going to keep it just to see how the story goes. Rating I give for this, to be a short story, average read, 3 out of 5. And even with Madame .44, that's up to you guys to read, because I'm not counting that story as part of it. So, average read, 3 out of 5. So with that, guys, that's my comic review of Jonah Hex, issue number 30. Don't forget to check out comic-related comicfrontline.com, because we are your number one source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Subscribe right here to Comic Frontline for more vids to come, and we'll be in your sub box so you know what videos are being posted. And in the comments, let me know if you thought the story was too short. Do you think they're running out of ideas? And are you even still reading this? Let me know in the comments. Because I love comments. I love hearing from you guys. And that's that. So to all you comic book readers out there, I'm Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care and keep watching. Later, everyone.